Spectre Senensi here, again for Spectre Studios. I have a very familiar face. You've seen him, Andrew Giovanni. He's played Matt most of the time, Spectre Wow. However, this brave man has decided he was going to challenge my Tyranids. Not like you don't have experience with him. You have a friend. Yeah. Pretty good. So he feels pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah?
I'm feeling pretty good. Ultramarines know how to fight Tyranids. I'm going to do this.
Okay, because most people who play me do not like me when I play my Tyranids, and I hope you viewers will enjoy the fact that I'm putting another Tyranid video up there to show you showcase some things. I am excited that this is showcasing something I have personally built, which are my Shrikes with Lash with Bone Swords, which is going to be part of this Darkening Skies theme. So I'm really excited to throw them down, and I'm not just doing one unit, folks. I'm doing two. So this should be fun. You good with this?
Ready. Kato's going to lead the way.
All right, so it's an 1850 battle report. We have rolled the Relic, and a very tough situation for the Ultramarines. We're doing Hammer and Anvil with the deployment roll as well, so that really cuts down some spacious firing.
Oh yeah.
So this could be lined up for some bad times for Ultramarines, but we don't know.
We've seen it before. We're ready.
He's ready. It's going on, and we actually have a rare thing. We want to comment on this, that we both rolled on the Warlord trait and scored perfect Warlord trait with one roll, no house modifications. What was yours?
Mine was Master of Defense, which gives me counterattack in my deployment zone.
And I happen to roll Master of Offense, which gives me Furious Charge when in his deployment zone. So how perfect could that possibly be for two armies?
This fight was meant to happen.
This fight was meant to be. Yeah. Andrew's ready. I'm ready. Ultramarines versus Tyranids. Let's see what's going to happen for this action schedule.
So here's my Ultramarines, second company. We are being led by Kato, who is the captain of the second company, with his 5 Terminator veterans from the first company, which will be inside this lovely Land Raider here, Crusader, with the Meltagun. Then over on the right, we have our Vindicator, and then a couple transports. We got a Razorback with twin-link blast cannon, and then a Razorback with heavy bolter, and then of course Antonidas, the last cannon Predator. Tri-last. Nobody ever runs it, but I love it. And we have our regular Dread with assault cannon, Stormbolter, and then our rifle Dread with twin-link autocannons. And to top it off, we got 3 tactical squads, all with the same loadout: plasma gun, missile launcher, sergeant with a chainsword. Except for this guy who does not have a chainsword. He's got the bolter. And that is second company.
Alright, so I have built this 1850 list on a Darkening Skies theme. I basically wanted to bring as many flyers as I possibly could within the format. I have some ground units simply because the 2 selections don't have flyers that I could use. I have a Harridan, but we're not allowed to use that. So we got 2 units of Shrikes. This is the bread and butter of the whole unit because I wanted to use these very much. So they got the Bone Swords, Lash Whips, so I really enjoyed that. The Gargoyles are part of that list, more or less to help be the screen. We got 2 sets of 20 Hormiguns, all decked out with poison. Then in the back, they're going to be led by 2 Flying Hive Tyrants. One has taken Biomancy powers, the other has taken Telepathy powers. I like the selection of choosing to allow one Tyrant to be very aggressive and the other to kind of manipulate the unit that they're around and kind of help out. So the heavy support will be the Moloch. I figured like, he's deep striking, he's kind of bringing in the attacks. And the ever-cheesy Doom of Malantine and a drop pod. So that should really help break into the lines and see how that works. I also took away his Catalyst. He actually has a Biomancy power, and he's got I rolled Hemorrhage for that. So this should all be very interesting to see exactly how well Andrew can shoot me to death before I close ground.
Okay, so for the first turn, the Marines have the top of the turn, but we rolled up night fighting, so I kind of used this turn to reposition some shots for the future basically. I basically moved these guys up so I can try and get some shots on the Hormigons. Same with the Dread. It just needs a line, basically. The Vindicator's going to see if it can get a couple shots in, or a shot, rather. A good shot, hopefully. And as for the TAC Marines on the right flank, since he's heavy there, I've moved back. The Land Raider, I'm not too concerned about getting charged on the first turn. I don't think he has anything that can hurt it in a charge, so we'll just see what my shooting does. Probably not much, just because of the night fight. So that's it.
So the wave is crashing down. We're moving forward. This puts us one more move into the shooting lines. So we'll see what basically happens. The basic note is the Gargoyles are trying to screen for the Shrikes. The Flying Tyrants are flying for both of them. The rest are basically being kind of taking cover. To note, this Gargoyle unit has been buffed with the endurance power. And that's pretty much all that's happened in the movement phase.
All right, so we did a little bit of maneuvering to get some better shots. Basically, we're running away. Now, right here, we're running away because the Tyrant, it's going to move pretty fast. So I may end up moving them again during the shooting phase just to get out of charge range, essentially. Move this guy up to get a couple shots. Moving the Vindicator up here to get a line on the Shrikes, because those are the ones I'm really concerned about, other than the Tyrants that are flying around. And then I have my Crusader moved up to possibly just shoot the crap out of the Gargoyles. I kept those TAC Marines where they are to help shoot them. And these TAC Marines are staying here as well, just to maybe thin out either Gargoyles or Gaunts. It's kind of... I'm hoping for some really good shots this turn, because I'm going to need them. That's it.
All right, so the Doom of Malentine has dropped here, but the Moloch pulled up. I wanted to kind of drop him on the Dreadnought, but he scattered off. Hit the Razorback, but didn't do anything from that, so we just pushed it aside, but they're now in play.
The Hive Tyrants have flown into position more or less to use psychic powers. They still haven't come down from the sky yet. The Hormagaunts have moved up to position, and I'm kind of hoping where things are situated that I can kind of cause some damage to these vehicles and stuff that I'm kind of around. It's a lot of really maneuvering to try to do damage. Andrew really showed his experience in shooting Tyranids, so I'm kind of like stuck trying to do a little bit more damage and break him down a little bit. So there is the movement. Okay, so the Doom moved in the charge. He challenged the Sergeant. He backed out, and we did nothing. I caused 1 wound, and he saved. He hit me a lot and failed to do anything to me. I don't know why, but that was just only Andrew's worst performance of this whole game so far.
Rolled a lot of hits.
So it's a push, but he's alive, hiding. The Shrikes here have died. I was hoping to at least kill a couple of Terminators in this mess. All that we did was put a wound on Kato. And that's all that happened. They're all dead from the Thunderhammers. And the Shrikes here have glanced 2 of all the attacks on the Vindicator, not killing that either. So luck has gone well with the Ultramarines. They're really giving Andrew a good show. Well, we got a failed charge here. Move through cover, we learned, basically means nothing except in moving through movement phase. So it really didn't help the Tyranids a whole lot. They failed their charge. And that's it.